So a lot of how I run the campaign, I don't necessarily do rules as written. To me, if it makes sense in the world, if it makes sense in Altoris, it's allowed. If it doesn't make sense, it's not allowed. This is a very detail-oriented and detail-heavy campaign, so you guys have a notes channel that you guys can put notes in. I also recommend doing a journal for each session to keep track of what may or may not be important details. There are some things that if you don't remember, it might come back to bite you in the ass later. Beyond that, this is going to be a very intense story. Be prepared for some emotion wrenching in terms of the storytelling. Difficulty wise, I'll try to scale everything to match, where you guys are difficulty level wise. But I will say the world is set up in a way that certain areas are going to be higher level. So think accordingly. All right. Any questions before we get started?
I'm good for now. Just setting up a Google Doc.
I'm scared.
You're scared?
I mean, me too.
In response to that,
it's treason, then.
All right. So, to start us off, this is set in the 10th age of Altoris, in the year 303. This is set in the 12th month, Grimeth, which is basically our real-world December. And this is going to be your guys' starting point in the timeline. The background that you guys need to be aware of is currently all the nations are at an uneasy peace. There are some very warlike factions or nations that want to initiate war, but are not doing so yet. Right now, you guys are on a large galleon, a large merchant vessel traveling from Echiantinia to Gotenland. So you guys are sailing south from Echiantinia around the bottom of that continent and over to Gotenland. When you guys awaken, you guys find yourself inside your room on board this ship. And you guys hear a bit of a commotion up on the top deck. Take it away.
You said Lauren Helia?
So, you guys are leaving Echiantinia, which is on the eastern continent, and heading to Gotenland, which is on the western continent.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Well, I mean, what? So, do we all know each other, or?
Nope. Right now, you guys are all just, as I said, pay attention to the details. I never said anything about you guys knowing each other. You guys are just all passengers on this merchant vessel. You guys all wake up, you guys hear a commotion up on the top deck. So now I'm allowing you guys are each in your own individual room. So now I'm allowing you guys to roll with it. The way I run the campaign is the world is very open. So now, once I give you guys the reign to go, you guys go wherever you want to go, do whatever you want to do. If I need to herd you guys in a certain direction, I will do it. But generally, I won't, because the main story will happen whether you guys participate or not.
So we're all passengers on a merchant ship.
Yep.
Okay. Do we know anything about Gotenland?
It's just another trade, nation pretty much focused on trade and entertainment.
Well, I think my character is just chilling, waiting until the boat arrives with just a lot of alcohol in hand and just about to pass out.
So you just woke up. Like, this is early morning.
And you say there's a big commotion on the upper decks?
Yep.
Does it sound like a commotion of people or something more like maybe a storm?
You hear a lot of people, but it does sound like there might be a storm brewing.
Okay. I guess I will leave my room and knock on some other passenger rooms to see if I'm the only one who just woke up, or if this is news to everybody.
All right. So the first room you come to, you knock on, and you'll find, and this first room will be Layla's. So Layla, it'll be up to you if you answer the door or not.
Yep. I hear the commotion. I'm kind of interested in what's going on as well, and I hear the knock, so I go and I answer the door.
I
Hello?
probably won't, specifically linger and address each person as I go and knock on the doors, but maybe just make sure everybody is awake, in case something bad is actually happening.
All right. So you pass past Layla's room. As they open the door, and you progress to, or sorry, not Layla, Chantress, and then you come next to Sophia's room, knock on their door. You eventually arrive at, double check which character, and then you knock on Dreamstar's door as well. So, Sophia.
Okay.
Country. Okay.
If those are the main responses that I get from people in the from people in this particular area, then I guess I will stop and just ask, is everybody okay?
Well, Chantry is, standing half in the hallway because they opened the door. But does Sophia or Dreamstar open their doors as well?
I guess if I have to.
I mean, you don't have to. It's up to you. You heard the knock. That's.
It'd be good to get out of the room.
All right, so Dreamstar opens his door as well. Sophia?
Sophia is going to open her door as well, but she's going to be carrying a large object from her room because she is scared and thinking that someone is attacking.
All right, so you just see a Goliath standing in the hallway, kind of looking confused and attempting to talk to people.
I will refrain from hitting you.
I heard a commotion. Did anybody else hear it, or was it just me?
I definitely
like,
heard
actively-
something.
Are there like active like screams and like commotion from on the deck?
Yeah, it's pretty intense. Like, it was enough that it woke you guys up.
We should probably go see what that is.
Yeah. Dreamstar will just kind of clamber through the hallways toward the commotion.
All right, so we have Dreamstar, Cephia, and is it Gordias?
Gordias.
Gordias, and Gordias making their way up to the upper deck. Is Chantry going to check out the commotion as well?
I'll follow from a distance because I'm interested, but I also don't want to get involved in whatever's causing the ruckus.
All right. So you guys arrive on the upper deck, and you guys can immediately see the source of concern. There is a frigate chasing down the ship, and it seems that they are the ones causing, the storm to occur.
Great.
How many are there like crew members on the ship? Like
Yeah,
handling
Yep,
is
you
it
see
like a lot?
Yeah, you can see about 20 different crew members scurrying around the top deck, trying to, urge the ship to greater speeds, as well as preparing for battles just in case.
Well, I think Dreamstar is going to squint and see how many of the like rivaling ship what their crew looks like.
So, you know what? Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
No, I have actually not. Oh, there it is.
As soon as I see that there are possibly hostile, I'll give myself a cheeky little mage armor.
Actually, can I like click on?
So, click the plus, like the actual number next to, like where it says bonus. Then that'll roll the actual thing for you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And it'll
So-
calculate your roll plus your bonus.
Yeah. That time I got a 7.
All right, so you are not able to see very well what's going on the other ship.
How close is this ship?
Close enough that you could cast spells at it if you really wanted to.
Like 60 feet?
No, probably more like 200.
Dang.
Like it's close and fast.
Who is there any sort of person in charge that seems to be directing the sailors?
Yep. So you can see up on the helm of the ship there is a elf captain. Let me send you the image of the captain of the ship. All right, in the images channel, you can see the elf captain. He is trying to direct the crew as best as he can.
Looks like an elf Clive.
I don't want to distract the hot elf. but we very much need to know if he needs some assistance. So we should probably go over and ask.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna bother going all the way up. I'll just shout over to him. Is there anything the passengers can help with?
Don't die.
Fair enough.
Well, does this rival ship seem to be like rushing closer, or?
Yes, it is progressively getting closer. Let me roll something here. Alright, the ship is now within distance that their crew is starting to board, or preparing to board the ship. Now that the ship is close enough that the crew is preparing to board your ship, you can tell that the vast majority of the hostiles on this ship appear to be undead.
Okay. I will, seeing that, I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good.
Okay.
I'll actually cast it on Dreamstar, since you'll probably be getting up and close to them. It lasts 10 minutes with concentration until the spell ends. One willing creature I touch is protected against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead. So creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. You can also not become charmed or frightened by them or possessed.
That is very helpful. I think Dreamstar just kind of prepares by cracking his knuckles.
All right. So, anything from Sophia or Shantri?
Sophia is just going to say, "Ooh, undead, my specialty." Can I use channel divinity on them? Like, or am I at a level I can do that kind of thing?
So you're. Let's see. So they're not close enough for you to do it yet.
Okay.
The only two that you have that would work would be Path to the Grave and Turn Undead.
Mm-hmm.
Are they crossing by like a plank or something like that?
So they look like they're going to be using ropes to swing across.
Hmm.
How close would you say they are right now?
Probably about 100 feet.
Okay.
Is there anything nearby that I can just pick up and throw if they're going to start swinging across?
I mean, you can pick up a barrel. There's some barrels lying around.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I'll definitely try lifting up like a whole barrel and throwing it.
All right, so gonna need you to make an athletics check.
Alrighty. Dirty 20.
All right. All right, so as they start swinging across, you pick up a barrel and chuck at the nearest undead, and they fall into the water.
Got one. Hope that barrel didn't have anything precious in it.
All right, so they board. The rest of them manage to board the ship, but they wait at the edge of the ship. They don't do anything yet. And then you see, find it fit. Grab the image for this guy.
Are you using Roll20?
For what?
Just like images, or are you just using Discord?
So I'm posting images in the Discord. There's a image channel.
Gotcha. What's the weather looking like?
Quite stormy. Though it has yet to actually affect your ship. Now, you see this person cross over the ship as well. Now he stands in front of the undead. He calls out, lay down your arms, we're only here for the captain.
Sounds good to me.
I will reluctantly agree, but man, why do we got to give up the hot captain?
This sounds like it's between you and him, so I will not intervene.
Country's curious as to why just the captain. So can I ask him why? Well, what's your business with the captain?
Oh, his doom is upon him.
That's a bit vague.
All right.
Well,
Well, the rest of the crew does not seem to share your guys' opinion and prepares to fight.
We're all gonna die.
I was just joking.
Well, if they're about to swarm this guy, they're probably about to be in danger, so we should probably do something.
I don't want to sail the rest of the way there with a bunch of undead.
Country is not fond of how the turns have tabled.
About to
Can I cast suggestion on the enemy captain?
Ooh.
So you try and fail miserably.
Oh, tragic. Oh,
Is he going to get offended that she did that?
He looks in your direction and he's like, sit down, small one.
wow.
The undead crew engage the living crew, and the figure with his wings sprouted just sits there picking at his sword, waiting.
Can I use turn undead now? Because then the people on our ship will have an advantage.
All right, go ahead. So you use a charge of channel divinity to turn undead. So make sure you click one of your check boxes for Channel Divinity.
Where's that at?
So scroll down your actions to find Channel Divinity. You'll see 2 check boxes. Go ahead and click one.
I don't see. There it is. Okay.
All right, let me roll their saving throws quick.
What on earth was that noise?
My dice rolling on D&D Beyond. All right, so they all turn and flee, jumping overboard.
Heck yeah.
The enemy captain just shrugs and says, "All right." He claps his hands together and electrocutes the entire living crew, and they all fall dead.
Less okay.
Did this ship, this enemy ship, did it just sail in, or does it seem to have some kind of other means of propelling through the water?
I mean, it looks like a normal ship to you.
Okay. In the interest of possibly making it more difficult to get away with the captain, I would like to cast Sorcerous Burst with fire damage aiming at their sails.
Check. You said Sorcerous Burst.
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and roll the attack roll.
Okay, that is a 24.
Alright, so you light his sails on fire. He shrugs. He steps forward towards your little group. He's like, he comes up nice and close, probably within 15 feet of your group. And he whispers in a low voice, "You really don't want to do this."
I see the entire crew get incinerated, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna do what you say. In fact, I might even go back to my room.
I suppose I will also step back.
I'm kind of backing away slowly with my hands up.
Chantry, what's your reaction here?
Well, considering everybody else backed down, I don't think I have much of a choice, so I just kind of slink back against the ship and try to ease my way out of the situation.
Good. My name is Talvoth. You better remember it next time. Then he slinks away in the direction of the captain, disappearing on the wind like a cloud of black dust. A moment later, to reappear behind the captain, and you see the figure extend his hand forward, and in an ethereal, his hand turns into an ethereal matter and punches through the captain's chest. And you see a ball of golden light leave the captain as the figure disappears once more. And the captain falls dead to the floor.
Are we the only people left alive on this ship?
You are.
Does anybody know how to sail a ship?
No.
I mean, I used to be a sailor.
Well, perhaps you can help us in getting out of here and getting to our destination alive.
Well, I used to just pack things, but we'll figure it out.
Alright. Everyone go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Another dirty 20.
I hate that.
Dias, go ahead and make your perception check.
Oh, I got an 8.
Oh, did you? Okay, there it is. Yep. Alright. So, Dreamstar and Sean Tree hear some scuttling and a sound of whimper behind a group of barrels nearby.
I'll go over to the barrels and see if there's anybody left alive.
So you see a halfling cowering behind the barrels.
What? How did you get on here? Are you part of the crew?
I was the first mate.
Have the undead already left?
Yeah, they were forced into the water by Cephia.
Okay. Well,
Can we ask the tiefling if they know why the captain just got murked?
Halfling.
Or tiefling?
But
Do they know?
halfling, so think hobbit.
Yeah.
So he looks up and he's like, "Don't know, don't care, but you don't mess with Talavoth."
who is Telvoth?
One of the most dangerous mercenaries around.
Well, if you don't know why they killed the captain, I guess we just have to continue forward, right?
I suppose. I'm waiting for his ship to leave. He's still around somewhere.
Do you know how close we are to Gottenland?
So a week's worth of travel away.
Oh man. Do you think the 5 of us could guide this ship there?
Maybe. You see a little puddle beneath him. That does not look like it came from the ocean.
Yeah. Well, I've never sailed a ship before, but this is a great time to start.
Okay. Well, do what you got to do. I'm gonna stay here.
Country kind of goes over to the halfling and a bit pitying him. Is there anything I can do to help clean you up, get you situated so that you can help us get to where we need to get?
Once that thing is gone,
If I may, I don't think it's going anywhere. I burned the sails because I didn't want them to take the captain, but that doesn't seem to be exactly what he meant when he asked for the captain.
he steals your soul, they say.
Telvoth,
So
Well-
so there's a possibility we could save him?
You can try. You'd have to search the ship and find him.
Are we
Yeah.
talking about Telvoth or?
You'd have to retrieve the soul from Talvoth.
Hmm.
Well, if I'm honest, it doesn't seem like we have much of a chance in taking him in a fight. So, perhaps we should just let him get away.
Is he the bartering type?
I've met a lot of bartering types. It didn't seem like it.
I mean, he did give you guys the option to lay down your weapons.
Well, I don't know if we can fight someone that incinerated so many people instantly, but
It seems quite difficult to barter with someone who already got what they want, right?
yeah. I suppose we can travel over and into the other ship and see if we can get back his soul. But we're heading into dangerous territory.
Maybe it would be worth it just to try to go over and talk to him. Maybe he will be hospitable enough to answer a question as to what's going on if we don't go in guns blazing. Because he did spare us.
Yeah, he really has no reason to do anything with us. It seems like he has what he wanted, so
I think our odds of survival are just as likely if we go and try to sail all the way there ourselves, or if we go over to the other ship and try to barter. So I'm amenable to either course of action.
well,
So
what is I look over to the halfling and ask, like, what is your name? Like, what is the captain's name?
I'm Trevaris, and well, the captain, he never gave us his actual name. He just always wanted us to refer to him as captain. We never knew why.
I'm leaning more towards we need to speak to our invader. The fact that the first mate doesn't know his actual name is concerning me.
Must have a reason to hide his name.
There is a lot that is very suspect about all of this, so some answers would not be unwelcome.
Is there any way we can go across and get onto their ship?
So it looks like you could probably take a rope, or there is, planks lying around meant for, crossing the leeway. So you can always put a plank in place.
I can definitely help putting down some planks if we need it. Unless you want to swing across.
Perhaps we should put up a plank just so that we can possibly get back here a bit easier.
Yes, I agree. So, I will help put down some planks to the other ship.
All right. So you put down planks and make a secure pathway from ship to ship.
All right. I'll hop across. Careful of not falling off. If I do, I can fly, but I will. I know it's probably like windy and stormy, so.
So miraculously, the storm that was brewing seems to have dissipated.
Oh.
And now I'm even more confident we should talk to him, because with him having wings, he could have flown off. Why is he still staying?
It makes me wonder, but I think our answers will come if we go across.
All right. So I take it everyone goes across the planks.
Yes.
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 All right. So you guys cross the planks to the other ship, and this ship that you guys, board or embark upon, is unscrupulously clean. It is immaculate. Like, other than the scorch marks where the sails burned, the ship is as spotless as if it was just built that same day.
Interesting.
Like unnaturally so? Like,
Yes.
Is there like maybe a doorway? So I'm trying to envision a ship. There's probably like the wheel on the top.
Here, I'll send you a image. A good one for a frigate.
I like the name Chantry.
Thanks.
You're a little Kenku.
Yeah, one button.
Yes.
All right. So this is a frigate. So it is fairly flat, other than the end of it where the wheel would sit, which is on a slightly raised platform, and then a ladder to go below deck.
Oh, I wonder if we should go below decks. You guys prepared?
Here. I will take a lantern out of my pack and get it ready for illuminating.
All right. Sophia, Chantry, any input here?
Kind of just follow begrudgingly, staying close to the light so I don't bump into anything or disturb the cleanliness of it all.
All right, so you guys can make your way below decks. And it is a good thing you brought the lantern along, because it is dark down here. You see, a fairly long hallway with doors on either side, and then a large, ornate door at the end of the hallway.
Um, would anyone other than me want to take point?
If I have the light, I suppose I should be in front.
All right. Everyone give me a perception roll. All right. So, Cephia, you hear a slightly unnerving, like muttering, low monotone, like muttering and whispering, but you're unsure of where the source is coming from.
Guys, I hear something. It sounds very creepy, and I can't tell where it's coming from.
Well, granted that you sent all the undead into the sea, it has to be Telvoth.
Is it coming from, I'll if you can lead me toward it, I can check it out.
I have no idea where it's coming from.
Hmm. Dreamstar will go up to one of the doors and just kind of like press their ear against it to see if they can hear anything from the other side.
All right, give me a perception check.
Ooh, 17.
All right, so now you're able to hear the whispering as well, but also, again, you don't know what direction it's coming from. It seems to be coming from everywhere and nowhere all at once.
Hmm. Well, I don't like this. Let's get out of here as quickly as we can.
Well, going back would just put us back in the same situation, wouldn't it?
So my casters here. So everyone but Dreamstar, give me an Arcana roll.
Oh no.
I have an intelligence of 8. I know exactly what I'm doing.
I've got -1.
All right. So Chantry feels a slight shift in the fabric of magic, but you really can't tell why, what's going on.
Something is very wrong in this vessel. And I can't tell if it's from Telvoth or the ship itself. I think our answers lie behind this door.
I agree. I think we should just check whatever rooms we find.
So you see a total of 4 rooms on either side with, the normal doors, and then the large ornate door at the end of the hallway.
Should we check the side rooms first, guys, or should we go for the door, the big door?
I feel like he'd be in the ornate room if we want to check that first.
And let us start there.
Seems ostentatious enough for him.
Alright, so good.
I was just gonna say Dreamstar will make his way over to the bigger door.
Right. Alright, you guys make it to the door. He's standing right outside it.
I'll open it up and get ready, guys.
Alright, you open it up, and this is indeed the captain's quarters. And you see Talvoth kicking back in a large plush, armchair with his feet up on the desk in front of him. But you guys look, through the windows that are in his room, and you guys can see the outside. It doesn't look like you're in the ocean anymore. It looks like black and gold swirling colors outside the windows.
I actually quite like that.
Talvoth looks up and he's like, "Oh, got curious, did you?"
Well, we had two options. We either ask you why you did what you did, or we try to sail ourselves with just a handful of people to somewhere we don't really even know the location of.
Unfortunate.
Well, are you... do you have anything to tell us? We've come to, like my fellow traveler here said, we would like some answers.
And what makes you think that I should give them? He cocks a very big, cocky smirk.
There is the rather strange decision to leave us alive and not spare anybody else, so that seemed rather pointed.
I offered everyone the chance to lay down their weapons and live. You guys were the only ones who took me up on that, so...
And now that you've gotten what you wanted, what's next for you? Where are you going?
Oh, I have an appointment somewhere back in the mortal realm. Time for someone to die.
Is there any reason why you had a target on the captain?
You can't cheat death.
I did notice, as all of this happened, the storm seemed to go away. Was there any magic at play?
Oh, it's one of those effects that sometimes happens when I enter the mortal realm.
The mortal realm.
Yeah.
So am I to take it that your job is to clean up, so to speak?
In a sense. But I mean, have you taken a look in the windows? You're a long way from Kansas. Oh, sorry, he might not know what that is.
Huh. Well, I don't know. What options do we have?
Yes, where does this leave us?
Well, you guys quite intrigue me. Now the question for me, since someone so rudely threw my crew into the ocean, shall I have you guys replace them, or shall I drop you off at my earliest convenience?
Well, part of the reason that we came to see you is because we have no experience with sailing, so I don't think we would be a very desirable crew.
This ship doesn't need sailors.
Apparently, it doesn't even need a sail.
Nope.
Where are we? Why does the outdoors look like that out through the windows?
One of the uninitiated, I see. Well, my friend, you have left the mortal realm. You are currently a little rather deep in Anuas, the realm of the damned.
I don't know about you guys, but I'd much rather be on the ocean.
Well, yeah, I rather disagree. I would rather be in Gotenland, if I had my druthers.
Well, these two seem rather quiet.
I'm just thinking about how to apologize for throwing your undead overboard. I just don't like undead. And I was scared we were going to get hurt.
Oh, I gave you guys a pretty early option to lay down your weapons. I like to think I'm rather fair. You know, I hate to collect so many souls early, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do.
I must say I am intrigued by your work. I am of the opinion that there is a natural way of things that shouldn't be disrupted, and if there are people that are disrupting that, then perhaps it is good that someone could come along and nudge things back in the right direction. What would you have us do to get out of your hair, so to speak?
Well, I see three options. I can drop you off somewhere here in the damned realm on the way through. Or you can join my crew, help me take care of my next task, and then I drop you where you want to go. Or you can fight me, and if you win, I'll take you where you want to go.
Can I?
If you wouldn't mind giving us a moment to huddle.
Indeed.
Can I just Can I go up and just kind of give his arm a good squeeze to see how muscular he is?
He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but he just sits there anyway. He is more muscular and dense than any being should be.
Well, I don't think we should fight him.
I am
Once
of
you
the
prepare
mind.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm of the mindset that we don't fight him either, but I would be very interested to know what his next task he is looking to complete. It's either which way, I don't want to die.
Yes, I would like to go where I would like to go. So if that's the quickest way for us to get there, then so be it.
Well, if you
Right.
fought me, I'm not here to kill you. It would just be for sport.
Right now, I can't even tell if this is real or not. So, if we fight, sure.
What was Sean Tree going to say?
Nothing.
Oh.
She kind of motions towards the other ones to come closer. Can I have a word with you, you
Yes.
lot?
He claps his hand and a bubble of silence appears around you guys.
Oh, so nice.
It
I
gives
was
you a
just
thumbs up.
gonna. Yeah, I was just like gonna be like, 1 second.
So now
In the
you guys
grog of the morning hour, I did happen to forget. I do have cartographer tools in my bag. Would that be able to aid us on our way home?
That would help us know where we're going, but
I don't think
don't-
he's gonna let us leave.
I don't think 5 people would be enough to crew a galleon either.
So shall we take Talvoth up on his offer and aid him in his next assignment?
He's
Or
given
do we
us
fight?
3 choices, but I think there is really only one choice.
I suppose it's settled. Are we all in agreement that we will be joining Talvoth as his crew?
I reluctantly.
Yes.
I'll give Telvoth a little wink.
he drops the bubble of silence and is like, "Well, have you deliberated and are ready to deliver an answer?"
We seem to be a bit light in the realm of transportation. And in such an instance, I think that it would be for the best interest of all of us, and you, of course, if we gave you what assistance we could for the time being.
Ah, perfect. Well, in that case, let's get started. He snaps his fingers and all of you appear back on the top of the deck. And you guys can still see around you black and gold swirling colors. No ocean or anything in sight. Even the sky exists only of black and gold. Unfortunately, mortals do not quite possess the sight needed to properly see this place. And I will not bestow that upon you, as I do not wish to ruin your minds yet.
I think Dreamstar looks at all of this and throws up.
As it hits the deck, it disappears. Well, you tried to dirty my ship. It likes to keep itself clean. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. This is just all very. It's a lot.
Did you say the ship itself likes to keep itself clean?
Oh yes.
I'm personally very intrigued right now. Please continue on.
Yes, her name's Beth. She was a good horse once. Now she makes a fine ship.
A horse?
She's been many things in her past lives. She's still not very happy you burned her hair either, but...
Well, first impressions can be deceiving.
We all have a lot of apologizing to do here.
Well, we'll get to that later. You might want to plug your ears a moment. Alright, is everyone gonna plug their ears?
Yes.
Chauncey covers their head.
Alright, well, the other two, you guys plugging your ears, or...
You know, as he says this, I think he's being. I feel like he's being rhetorical, so I'm not really. I don't think the thought actually crosses my mind.
Alright. What about Dreamstar?
I think Dreamstar, like, tries to cover his ears, but, like, misses a little.
Alright. So he claps his hands together, creating a thunderous boom as the ship flies out of the damned realm and back to the mortal realm. And Gordias and Dreamstar are going to take
Oh
3
no.
thunder. So let me roll 3d10 thunder. Alright, you guys take 20 points of thunder damage.
I am immediately knocked unconscious.
Oh,
Oof.
Dreamstar basically collapses onto his knees, but is still conscious.
Well, I did say to cover your ears, but he puts a hand on both your heads. I can't have you dying yet. It's not your time. And he heals you both fully,
Oh, good.
bringing Gordias back to consciousness. He'd pat the top of the Goliath's head and be like, Nick, or let me double check.
And you are like a construct, right? Or you're not like a yeah.
No, I am. So I I have not described Gordius's appearance. He's one of those street performers that paints themselves to look like a statue. And stands in public thoroughfares and takes donations. That's his form of performance art as an entertainer.
His shtick.
Yeah. So this whole time he is painted to look like he's like the color of the Statue of Liberty. And he's kind of dressed in a sort of a faux aristocratic style, but it's all very cheap material.
Alright. So, as you guys look around, the ship has put itself on land and is currently sailing through land.
I'm gonna walk over to the side of the ship and look down and be just kind of amazed. I'm gonna lean over the side, just look over the side.
Oh, there's a Dylan.
Dylan.
So you look over the side of the ship and you see the ship, sailing through land as if it were water, leaving the ground untouched behind it.
Guys, I don't know if it's supposed to do that.
It's very intriguing either which way.
Everyone go ahead and give me a perception check. All right. So all of you guys noticed some golden threads hanging down from where the sails were. You guys can see that the golden threads are starting to knit themselves back in the sails.
Oh, look, she can grow her hair back.
So Tree
Yeah.
kind of approaches Talvoth and asks, "How did you learn to do this? Where did you acquire such knowledge?"
I was born with it. The first and the last created me as I am.
The first and the last.
Indeed.
And the first and the last being...
Exactly who I said.
Are we heading toward just empty plains and
Well,
or any like establishments around, or
so Talvoth points, in front of the ship, and you guys can see a lone farmhouse coming into view. And the ship approaches and stops outside the farmhouse.
oh good. I thought we were going to run into it.
Well, there is a old dwarf inside whose time has come. Go collect him for me. Or rather, collect his soul for me.
Is he just old?
Yes, he is old and his time has come.
Perhaps you could enlighten those of us who maybe are not familiar with the process, but how does one collect a soul?
Well, in his sense of you kill him and I take his soul.
Sorry, I think my I think my eardrums may have blown out a moment ago. Would you repeat that?
Yeah, let me make it slow so I can help with those eardrums. Kill old dwarf. I take soul.
Very
Do we
good.
need-
Okay, that's what I thought you said.
Do we need to bring you the body?
Oh no, I'll be able to capture it as that soul tries to escape.
Well, let's be about it.
Do you have like a net or something to catch the soul with? Or...
Oh, I have my ways.
Well, I guess we gotta kill this guy, huh?
Yep. Let's get to it. No sense in delaying.
Alrighty then. He snaps his fingers and all four of you appear out the door.
Oh, very convenient. I thought we would
Very
have
efficient.
thought we would have to jump down.
So we're far away from the ship, right?
About 150 feet.
I'll look over to the others and be like, should we just like book it?
Well, I'm not in the business of getting killed, and he seems to have a pretty solid way of figuring out where his target is at any given time.
I'm very big on
Don't-
keeping my promises as well, so like
Yes,
I know-
I don't think we can run.
I'll just look back at the ship to see if Telvoth is there.
I wouldn't be surprised if he could hear us.
Yes.
You
Can
can't see him.
Can I be like, Telvoth, can you hear us?
You don't get a response.
Mm,
I think that's 100% confirms that they can't hear us.
yes, indeed. Well, these
Actually-
things don't happen by themselves.
Actually, he can. He just talked to me in my head.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I suppose that shouldn't be surprising. I'm going to, well, let's get started. I would like to knock on the door.
All right, you knock on the door and you hear an old gruff voice call out, all right, I'm coming."
All right. Well, I have I not to toot my own horn, but I am what you would consider to be classically trained. So, if you could follow my lead, I think I have a very elegant solution to all of this.
Oh, I was just gonna punch his face and
Well, if when he comes up to the door, he will probably be very guarded.
I feel like we don't have any information on our target. That's probably something we should have asked before he teleported us over here.
It's all right. I'll get him to drop his guard, and then it'll happen.
A moment later, the door opens and you see, a very old dwarf, super white beard, long, basically dangles down to his toes. He's about the average height for a dwarf. He's leaning on a massive battle axe.
Yes.
Are you here to collect the money? I'm not giving it. Go away.
No, actually, we are with the Society of Beneficent Psychopomps. We are here to ensure that the last moments of your life are as calm and as enjoyable and as freeing as they can possibly be.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, yes.
Dreamstar will give 2 thumbs up behind him with a wide smile.
Big
Not
7.
persuasion.
Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong button. My bad.
You're good. There you go. Reroll.
That's better.
He
15.
doesn't seem fully convinced, but he's like, he kind of just shrugs his shoulder a little bit. He's like, all right, but who will make you think I'm dying?
Oh, no. This is not an assurance that your death is imminent. This is, well, we all get on in years, and we are here to ensure that when the time does come, whenever that may be, that you are taken care of.
Well, the sorcerer in town, he's been. Yeah, I've lived much longer than I should have. The sorcerer, he sells some potions that guarantee you won't die of old age.
Well, perhaps I should go and check that out myself when we're done here. If you wouldn't mind, we have some very interesting documents and packages to show you.
I suppose. Come in. He leads you guys into what looks to be like a living room type deal. He's got a little fireplace with a small fire going, a couple armchairs, small table. He decides not to sit down, but still stands there leaning on his battle axe.
Yes. Okay. Once we are inside and everything is cool and the door is closed, what kind of objects are sitting around in this place?
Well, you're looking around. Go ahead and roll me a perception. Anyone else who wants to join in, go ahead and roll a perception as well.
No. Oh.
That's tragic.
All right. So for the most part, all you guys see is what looks like rather standard home goods. Dreamstar, looks around and he sees that there's also some farming tools. Looks like some mining tools as well. So he must have been, farmed for sustenance and mined for a living.
Yes, okay.
So if Dreamstar decides to pass that on,
that's fine. If I don't see anything out of the ordinary, I will take this course of action instead. Okay. I'm going to cast a spell, and I'm going to use a. Ooh, does this? Ooh, this increases my DC by 1. Okay. I'm going to use a charge of innate sorcery. So for the next minute, I have advantage on attack rolls for sorcerer spells, and my spell save DC for sorcerer increases by 1. I would like to use a meta magic subtle spell, removing the verbal and somatic components from a spell. I would like to cast Mind Spike on him. Mind Spike requires a Wisdom save. If they fail, they take 3d8 psychic damage, and there's additional effects, but ideally this just drops him. But if they succeed, they do not take any damage. DC is 14.
14. Wisdom save. So, all right, your save is 14, or the save DC is 14, right?
Yes.
All right, so he takes no damage,
Okay.
and he looks pissed.
Well, doing subtle spell removes all of the somatic and verbal components. So I'm not doing anything. All I did was look at him and attempted to cast the spell.
Just staring at him awkwardly in silence.
I mean, we're walking in.
Yes, and I won't spoil it, but still, he looks pissed.
Okay. Is something the matter?
Boy, I don't think you want to play mind games with me.
I think I may be the one being played with here. I am not sure what you mean.
Can, as they're talking, can Dreamstar just kind of go around behind the dwarf and try to, like, not bring attention to it.
Roll a stealth check.
Oh dang. Okay. 21.
So you do get behind him, and he does not notice.
I think I'm just gonna clock him.
All right. Roll the attack with.
Let's see. So with Monk, I can do my basic attack and then bonus attack Flurry of Blows.
Yes, you can. They would both have advantage.
So I think I'm gonna. Here's the first attack. Let's see. Does it do the D20 to roll, or does this do damage?
If you click the one that says +5 next to your unarmed strike.
Oh yeah, there we go. Oops.
Well, you get to roll it twice because you have advantage.
Good point. Okay, 13.
13 does not hit.
I'll just kind of stumble into him and then like get back up and do flurry of blows.
All right.
Oh dear.
All right.
Nat 20. Okay, there we go.
Nat 20. Now roll me a flat D20.
I need to figure out where my. They're not key points, they're focus points. Like, where is that? Because I spent one.
It should, yeah, it falls under your features and traits page. It's like somewhere in the middle. You'll see check boxes.
Oh yeah, I got it. Okay, so spent that. So, Nat 20. How do you do criticals? Because there's like a couple ways you can do it.
So the way I do it is that's why I asked you to roll a flat 20, which means click the dice button and just roll a d20. Because basically what I do is if you roll above a 10 on a flat 20, that confirms the critical, and then double damage.
Oh, so you okay?
All right, so without the 5, that's a 10, so we'll call that a crit. So if you look in the bottom left-hand corner of your page, you should see a red button that looks like dice.
Yep.
If you click that, you can select a flat dice to roll.
And I'll.
You don't need to roll it again since you already rolled, but just in the future.
Oh yeah, I gotcha for the crit.
So now you would click the damage button next to your flurry of blows.
That's an 8. So do you double it?
Yep, then you would double that, so he would take 16.
Yeah. So I kind of stumble into him for the first attack, but I quickly just kind of jab him in the side.
All right, so he looks like that hurt him pretty good, but he is not done yet. Everyone roll initiative. So you guys can just click on buttons.
Oh.
Click what?
The button for initiative, so like the plus.
I see it.
Are you here, Dylan?
I'm here.
Did you want to like play?
So after this, I'm going to work him in. It's just, I had to find a way to naturally work him in.
I figured something like that was gonna happen, so I wasn't gonna say anything.
Gotcha.
All right, so turn order is Cephia, Gerdias, the dwarf, Chantry, and Dreamstar. So Cephia, you are up.
I was gonna suggest this earlier, but can I cast insight, like use an insight roll to see about getting some information about him? Like, is that a thing I can do?
So insight would have been like while they were talking, you could have done an insight to kind of like look into his words to kind of see like his intent or his personality from that. Now in combat, it won't do too much for you. I mean, you can use that as your action to try and see if he has any weaknesses, but realistically, in this scenario, wouldn't it be worth wasting your action?
Yeah, because I was going to do that earlier, but you guys were wanting to smack him, so...
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm the wrong person to have as the turn first.
We're all having fun.
We are, but I don't know what to do.
You can smack him with your mace. You can hit him with an arm strike. You can use a spell on him.
Smack him with my mace.
All right. So then click the +3 where your mace is.
I have no idea where that's at.
So on the page that says actions, if you click the
Okay.
+3, there you go.
There you go.
12. 12 does not hit. So you still can move around or do a quick action if you want.
I would like to move behind everyone else.
Okay. Gordias is up next.
Yes. I am going to cast a sorceress burst at him. With my innate sorcery, which should still be active. I have advantage on attack rolls for sorcerer spells. So, first up is a 21. Second is also a 21. Okay. I will do we'll do this with thunder damage.
Alright.
If I roll an 8 on damage, I can roll another d8 and do more damage. But that is a 3. So 3 thunder damage. And do I have any other bonus actions? I do, but not that much. Yeah, that will be me.
All right. So he's looking pretty rough. But it is now his turn, and he's immediately going to swing around to Dreamstar and take a good old whack with that battle axe.
Yeah.
I am assuming a 23 hits.
Yes, and I'm seeing 24 monk has like a reaction to where they can deflect an attack.
Let's see.
Which is pretty awesome if I'm reading this right.
Yeah, so once I calculate damage, you can yeah, so once I calculate the damage, you can attempt to, you can roll your deflect to see if how much damage you deflect.
That's kind of cool.
Let's see. All right, so that's 26 points of slashing damage.
Huh? Wait, huh?
All right, so now what you need to do for you, roll 1d10, so roll a d10 on that custom die, and add 6.
Oh my god. Okay. So that was 9 on the deflected attack.
Alright.
And how much damage did you say initially?
26, so that will reduce it to 17. So you'll take 17.
Oh my god. Yeah, that dude shreds through me. That was really bad actually.
That seemed a little rough.
What are we learning? Let the smart person roll for like wisdom things, please.
Alright. So who was next? Alright, go on, Chantry.
So do I have to do something first before I can move?
So I mean, you can move if you want to first. You can do your turn in any order. So you can move, you can do quick actions, then attack, or you can attack, then move, or whatever you want to do.
Can I go over to Dreamstar and cast... What am I on? Cure Wounds on him to see if I can't fix a little bit of that damage he just fucking ate?
Yeah, you go over there, you cast Cure Wounds. Alright, so then you would just click cast on Cure Wounds on your spells list.
Cast. I clicked it.
Thank you, Chantry.
Alright, now click the button to the right of it where it says 48 plus 2 for your Cure Wounds. So we can see how much he gets to heal. Alright, so you heal 24 points. So you're back to full.
Oh yes.
So much.
That was an incredible heal.
That was a second level Cure Wounds. Alright. So that would put it at Dreamstar's turn.
Did everybody go?
Yes. You're the last one in the line.
Yeah, you're the last in turn order.
Okay. After getting hit with that massive attack, I will reel back and just do another 2 attacks. Much more cautious this time.
Alright.
The dirty 20. I'll just rake him with the talons for 5 slashing.
Alright. That puts him down. He is dead.
Oh.
Well, I think that went just about as well as it could have.
Tavavoth appears behind you and he's like, not bad, not bad. Needs some work, especially you there, bird boy. Think you need to learn how to defend yourself a little better.
I think I took it like a champ. I feel great.
You're lucky you got a cleric. Or in this, I think actually Chantry is a warlock. You're lucky you got a warlock.
If I did not have that that ability to deflect an attack, I would have just gone down in 1 hit.
Well, you guys did your job. Another soul trying to evade me, captured. I suppose I can release you from your bonds now. Alright. Now, where would you guys like to go? Or would you prefer to stay here and explore that sorcerer he was telling you about?
Sorry about
Did
that.
I cut out or did somebody else cut out?
No, for whatever reason, my mic wasn't working. Well, we were on our way to Gotenland. If you wouldn't mind to, see us on our way.
Is that what all of you wish?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. Well, in that case, he snaps his fingers, and all of you appear inside a bedroom tavern. You not quite sure where in Gotenland, but you know it's in Gotenland. The only really awkward thing is you all land in the bed on top of someone who is sleeping in it. Let me check something here. You guys all land on top of this sleeping Asamar. And he immediately pops awake. Go ahead, Dylan.
What is this? Who are you guys? Why are you here? Why do you have your clothes on?
Hi. I'm just gonna sit and wait.
I don't know if I have answers to most of those questions. We were in a bit of a snafu, and now we're here.
How did you get in my room? I don't remember giving you guys my key.
So there was this bad guy, and he tried to kill our captain, and we decided that we wanted to make really bad life choices and ended up indebted to the captain. Or not the captain, or rather the bad guy. And then after we killed somebody for him, he just poofed us here.
Uh-huh. And he sits there and he waits a second, and he's sitting there and he's looking down at his little amulet, which isn't really an amulet, it's just made out of cloth and more like a headband. And he just looks at it and he listens for a second. So I'm sorry, I'm still trying to understand. Because he isn't used to all the birds in his room. You guys can speak to me? And he points to himself and he looks at everybody.
Is there a reason we shouldn't be able to?
Oh, last time I checked, I didn't realize birds were 6 foot, speaking my language.
Dreamstar will blink out of sync and make the loudest bird screech ever.
That is more like it.
Shunshu is kind of sitting on the edge of the bed, shaking his head.
Well, not all of us here are birds. Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course, but there's some variety here among us.
Are any of us birds?
Well, I think up to now half of us have been birds.
I am Arakakra. We should probably describe what we look like, right? I'm trying to think of. Oh, what were you saying?
So I can kind of see off the character picture, so.
I was trying to think as we've been playing, like, what is the most, like, alcoholic bird, you know?
Turkey.
Yes, I can be a turkey or a cockroach.
I didn't realize I was in a party of birds, but then again, I'm not very intelligent.
Oof.
Oh, and by the way, our lovely friend is speaking in my head again. So he's not quite gone.
Your friend or my friend?
I guess he's my friend.
Oh.
More like acquaintance. Enchantress gets up and just starts pacing around the room. What is he telling you?
Specifically in quotation marks, what an entertainment. Very much watching us is what I'm gathering.
Hmm.
Well, this has been a fun day. At least it starts my morning before my morning tea. I guess, like, can you guys go sit behind something so I can put some clothes on?
Oh, yes, no problem. I should mention, Mike, I don't know if you were here when I described it. My character looks like one of those living statue performers. And when you tell him to go sit down, he goes and does this.
I like him.
Whoa, that's really impressive.
That is crazy. So are you the statue or the pigeon standing next to him? Or flying next to him?
I'll be the pigeon standing next to it. Dylan, is your character Varen?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So I vote that we all go hide behind something or turn our backs so this kind gentleman can put some clothes on. Because I feel like we're intruding into something private.
Yes.
I mean, that would be nice considering, like, I just met y'all, and as much as I am for strangers, and I really, really like meeting people, not in this way. This whole time, by the way, his wings are still, like, etched on his tattoo as a tattoo still, so he can't.
Oh, you're
try his
naked.
best. Yeah,
Yes,
you're in my
yes.
room. I was in bed.
Oh, God.
Uh-huh. Huh. Okay, so I guess, like, in this brief moment of, like, everyone being nice to me, I'm just gonna, like, put some clothes on, put the my armor back on, which is nothing really. It's really just, like, light clothing. Okay, you guys are good. What can I help you for? What can I do you for? Huh?
So, everyone, roll me a perception check, quick.
Oh.
Perception.
Tragic.
Dylan, did you roll yours?
I'm trying to figure out how to do it on the desktop.
So if you click the number next to deception, the +5, it'll roll it.
Oh, deception? Oh, okay.
Or not deception, sorry.
Perception.
Perception. I'm tired.
Perception. I was like, dude, I'll take that for my perception. Oh, fuck me, bro. Oh no.
So, Dreamstar and Cephia notice that a tattoo appears on Varn's wrist that was not there before. It is a glowing gold symbol of linked chains.
And
I'll
Sephia's gonna point at it and very awkwardly, socially awkwardly point and ask, "What's that?"
And he like holds his hand over his wrist. I don't think I feel comfortable talking about my past trauma with you. Can we not?
Well, it is very polite to keep one's cards close to the chest when traveling, especially in the company of strangers. So, I certainly do not begrudge you for taking such a course.
To be fair, you did kind of just show up in my bed. So...
Yes, that was poor form.
Maybe a couple drinks first, maybe, but like, what time is it? And he's like looking around, opens the. Is it daytime?
That actually, yeah.
Okay. And he opens the
That's right.
blinds, and it's like just sunlight in his face, and he gets blinded, and he's like, yep, definitely could have started with some tea.
Dreamstar immediately just bursts out screaming and flails his arm around as the same tattoo appears on his arm.
What happened to him?
Look! What is this? It's the same tattoo. It's the chains.
Mm-hmm.
Now, everyone else notices that they all now have the same glowing tattoo on their wrists as well.
This may interfere with my. Dude.
Hey guys, as much as it's been a delight to know you guys, I don't think friendship bracelets are like our thing right now. What is this?
Does this look anything like the magic that we saw back on the ship?
Roll Arcana.
Aw, hell yeah.
I want to know too.
5.
Dreamstar has no clue. Cephia, on the other hand, it kind of resonates similarly to the magic on the ship, but you can't quite place it.
In the absence of answers, is there a place we could go to perhaps, I don't know, do some research?
Can I do a check, with, looking at my neck, the cloth of headband? Talk to my buddy.
Let me double check something on your thing.
I need to edit that. That is for sure.
Alright. Let's see, who'd you pick? Alright, Dylan, I'm gonna send you which being you made a pact with. And then you can go, you can try talking to them about it. There's the information about that specific being.
All right. Oh, this is my thing, or
Yeah, that's your patron.
okay, okay, yeah.
I'll tell you his response in regards to your questions.
Perfect. I mean, if you say so, people don't work well with me. And he like rubs his head. Okay, fine. Whatever he says goes. Where are you guys going? I might be able to help.
Where are we going? And Sephia is just gonna tilt her head to the side, very confused.
Well, for all intents and purposes, we were all headed to Gotenland, but aside from that, I think we all had our own intentions in mind.
So to give you guys from a reference and to let Dylan know, because Dylan would know since he was sleeping here, you guys are in Silverin, which is the capital city of Gotenland. It is basically in the center of the nation.
Well, lucky for you guys, we're here. As your great amazing captain and leader of the teleportation, you're welcome.
Anywhere's better than on that ship.
I don't know. He was kind of growing on me.
I won't question it.
And then Varen points at her and is like, "You, my dear, you need to speak with a professional."
I have an unfortunate inkling that we will probably be seeing him again.
Oh, definitely, because he just talked to me again.
I won't be seeing him again because I'll just keep my eyes closed.
Hang on. All right, there we go.
I don't like this. I hear voices.
Is he talking to you too?
Nah. I don't like it.
Huh? And he like tilts his head confused.
Yes, I've been privy to these special messages either.
Are y'all seeing someone I don't see? And, being like the world famous detective that he is, he's like looking around, investigating everything, seeing if there's someone hiding. Is there someone here, or like, do I need to get a doctor for all of you?
Roll a perception check.
Not my negative perception, bro.
You know what? I'll let you roll investigation if you choose instead.
Honestly, I'm so down.
Alright, 17. Alright, well, you do see some weird black specks of dust floating around the room that
Ooh.
are clearly noticeably out of the norm.
So, like, why do you guys have mold flying around you? Have y'all been in a swamp recently, or like the water, or like near death, or what's
We've
going on
been
here?
Near death is a pretty good explanation. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I see the
Yes,
lady
we've
who's in
been-
love with. She got Stockholm syndrome. Has told about the death. All right.
I think we've been in a place outside of places, so to speak.
I see.
Can Dreamstar, with his blurry eyes, just look toward Cephia and gauge if she's like under like some sort of, is she acting of her own will, or like what's going on here?
It's e-dating in D&D.
Roll insight. As far as you can tell, everyone is acting perfectly normal and of their own accord.
Am I able to like use my knowledge of magic to see if there's something like cursed, or like if she's cursed or something?
Roll Arcana. So there is no curses that you can trace. There is a heavy, lingering presence of magic, not affecting anyone, but it's still a heavy, lingering trace of magic.
I see.
But it is not of any school or type of magic that you know.
Ah, I hate this part. Huh.
In fact, the closest thing you have ever felt to this type of magic is when you first made your pact.
I see. I see. He's gonna hold his finger, be like, "All right, guys, 1 second, sidebar again." He's gonna turn around and like look back and be like, "Hey, you know, can you give me some help on this again? See what's going on, or?"
All right, we'll cut this out shortly, so that way
Yeah.
we can,
Yeah.
since people gotta go. Let me respond to Dylan here.
A friend. I didn't know
Well-
you had friends.
I came to this city looking for more opportunities to perform, but I must say I am intrigued and rather concerned by the sequence of events that have unfolded. So, if the rest of you are amenable to it, perhaps we could stick together for a bit and figure out what's going on.
Seems like we're chained with these tattoos, anyways.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see a way out, so guess I'm here.
Well, I'll stick around as well, just in case Dreamstar gets hurt again.
I assure you, with 4 casters, I will get hurt quite a lot.
And I'm
Well,
also a
it's-
cleric, so that's actually good.
It's not. Dreamstar, it could be worse. I got my head blown up earlier.
Oh, true.
Do you remember that? It was a bit overlooked given the circumstances at the time, but it hurt quite a lot.
Oh, I hardly remember where we are right now.
Well, Sephia's glad that we're all gonna hang out together because I don't have many friends, so this is exciting for me.
Well, wherever you guys want to go, I'll be there. Lead the way.
All right, and we'll call tonight's session there. So Alex can do his thing and give everyone a little breather after the start of this session.
I'm interested to see what is in store.
How did you guys enjoy that session?
The opening was a lot to process. There was a lot going on, but I definitely think we're at a good hook.
I hope I'm not just kind of throwing myself into conversation when other people want to talk. So if I do that, just stop me.
I appreciate you guys taking the lead because I haven't done this in a very, very long time, and I'm confused. And this is also a class I know nothing about. So most of the time that I'm being silent, I'm just sitting here reading through my spells and being like, could I use this? Could I do this? What is going on? And I'm just slow to process. So that's where that is. I apologize.
I'm used to being the person that writes the stories, not the person that's in the story. So I'm like having to like figure out what I can get away with versus like what is supposed to happen. Cause yeah.
But I am having fun.
Good.
That's any condolence.
So you guys are enjoying the story thus far?
Yes.
I don't like this Telvoth guy.
But I definitely do think we should probably introduce ourselves to each other at some point.
It seems, yeah, I mean, where we're leaving off seems like a good way to start the next session, doing that.
Definitely. But, yeah, like I said, this is, I'm basically running version number 15 of this campaign, because I have 15 different campaign stories set in this world. This one is the most story intense out of all of them. So it's a lot more stuff going on, but 100% worth it because of the hooks and emotional pulls it has.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, you don't have to worry about messing things up or going outside of things there, just because I'm a lot of how I DM. So like the entire world lore is built out and the overarching story is built out. But like side quests, characters and stuff, stat blocks for characters, I come up with on the fly, so I can actually adjust to whatever you guys decide to do. So I want to make sure you guys have the opportunity and the ability to go do whatever, wherever, whenever you guys want.
So I originally didn't like Monk at all, but this 2024 version looks kind of cool.
Yeah, a lot of the new class updates are pretty cool. Considering the differences between the 2024 and the 2014 versions. Like, I still miss 3.5, but these 2024 versions are a good step back in the right direction, I think.
And you said that we were supposed to put our journal stuff in notes. Is that what you wanted us to do?
So I wanted you guys to keep a session journal for yourselves, and then if there's any notes you guys want to share with the group, or if you guys want to just share your journals together, you guys can put that in notes.
Nice.
But yeah, just to reiterate, because Dylan wasn't here, I do recommend keeping a journal, like a session journal, so that way any details that get put in there throughout the session, you can keep track of, because some of those will come back to haunt you later.
All right. Well, I need to head out, so thank you all for the session.
Thanks for joining.
I will talk to you all another time.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to the team.
Yes, welcome to the team, and we'll see you later. Have fun.
All right. You
And
too.
I'm gonna turn the stream